The Mermaid exercise will work on your hip flexibility, spinal mobility, and strength of your spinal and abdominal muscles. So we'd work this exercise in a seated position, taking the legs to one side. So the first leg comes down behind your side and the front leg comes across with your shin parallel to your body, toes towards the knee. We want to anchor both sit bones to the floor, so we're pushing our tailbone down into the ground. If you feel that this is too uncomfortable, then you can just leave your legs out in front, or if it helps, take a cushion and sit on that so that it props you up a little bit higher and puts less stress on the hip joints. So please work whichever option is suitable for you. So from our tall position, we want to lengthen our spine, stabilize our shoulders and make the neck long. Engage your core muscles, pull up the pelvic floor and belt in your TVA. So this is our central position. We're going to breathe in to prepare. And as we exhale, we're going to lean away from the legs. So we come over as far as we feel comfortable, checking that both hips are always glued to the floor, not popping up, but glued down, tailbone anchored to the floor. As you breathe in, we come as tall as we can through the center and over the legs the opposite way. Now we keep going from side to side in your own time. We're matching the pace of the breathing. So it's the breath out to come away from the legs and the breath in to come over the legs. Let's keep the action going smoothly, as tall as you can through the center each time, gluing both those sit bones to the floor. Now you should start to feel a stretch through the sides. And we're pulling inwards and upwards through the lower side, getting the stretch on the top side. Rather than sagging down, we're pulling in and up and growing taller each time. So if you want to take it a little bit further, you can reach down onto the elbow, still pulling in and up through that lower side, but reaching for a greater stretch. Just checking still that you're anchored to the floor, nothing pops up. Really feel the challenge through the core muscles. And when you come back to the center, we swap the legs around to the other side and do exactly the same again. So the tall posture, the anchoring of the tailbone and the sit bones, work your core engagement down through the hips, up through the head, the neck growing longer throughout. Feel the flow of the action all the way through. Whichever version you go for, whether it's the elbow down or just the hand down, keep at your own level and really feel it through the sides. So just go as far as you can, keeping the hips stable and everything controlled from the pelvic floor and TVA. You want to work roughly about 5 to 6 on each side, going as far as you feel comfortable, keeping the flow and doing the best that you can.